good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Demo, my brother's music. So we have a lot of respect for high-achieving individuals with big dreams. Some people have a lot of dreams and their talent unfortunately goes to the grave with them. Some people have dreams and no talent and the same happens. But sometimes people have dreams, no talent, but desire. And the desire can put you in the right place. Your desire and your urge and willingness to win amongst any circumstances can take you very far, despite you not having any talent, or sometimes not even any work ethic. And it can specifically happen in opportunistic places. What do I mean? Rewind, Nemo! Let's say you want to be a rap star and you're from North Dakota. Well, it might not happen in North Dakota, but if you fly all the way to Atlanta, you work hard in an industry where you can be supported, it may happen for you. The same thing with somebody like Tiffany Henyard. She's from the Chicagoland area, but if she wanted to be mayor in a place like Chicago, can I get an ant sound effect? No, it wouldn't work out because she wouldn't have the education or the skills or talent. But in her case, being in a small town is what's going to help her. And because she's in a small town of 20,000 people, somebody like her would get an opportunity because she knows the community and she's from there. Can I get a ding, 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 ding sound effect? Yeah, that's actually an advantage. And this is a person from a small town with big city dreams. She wants to be mayor. She wants to be Thornton Township supervisor. She wants to be a monarch. She wants to Ric Flair music. She wants to be the main person of all time, the greatest, the woo! Nature Boy sound effect. That's right. She wants to be that. And because she does, the two things marry themselves for the opportunity to be great. And that is exactly what Tiffany Henyard did in 2021. At age 37, she became the first mayor of Dolton. But hold on, stop the show. It quickly became very bad. In 2021, we started seeing complaints on the Dolton Trustee YouTube channel. But stop the show. The biggest complaint was when this happened in the city of Dolton.
We pay rapists with our tax dollars in Dolton. We pay rapists with tax dollars in Dolton.
Frustration growing in South suburban Dolton after a Fox 32 investigation uncovers a registered child offender was recently put on the payroll.
Now some residents are calling for the mayor's resignation.
Dane Placco first broke the story and reports the pressure is building at Village Hall.
We want transparency.
About 20 Dolton residents and a couple trustees protest outside Village Hall today, furious after a Fox 32 investigation found this registered child offender on the public payroll.
A offender, you don't give them carte blanche to go into different people's homes.
46-year-old Lavell Redmond is close friends with Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who in September hired Redmond as a code enforcement officer without the village board's approval. Redmond served 25 years in prison for the brutal gang rape and beating of two young teenage girls in the 1990s and was arrested and charged after our first story aired for violating the reporting requirements of the offender registry. But Mayor Henyard says her friend deserves a second chance, infuriating a number of Dolton residents.
Dolton is going to go down if these people are, they just need to get out of office as a whole.
You'd like to see that?
Do they need a recall on the mayor?
Fox 32 has also obtained this cell phone video showing Redmond interacting with the mayor and little children at a back-to-school event in Dolton. Notice the badge on his waist.
I think it's deplorable that you've hired a person that has the history that he does, and you've given him a badge and a car to roam our village.
The protesters are also calling for the departure of former Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown, whom Henyard hired as a village administrator, making $100,000 a year, despite numerous scandals and an ongoing federal investigation into bribery under her county tenure.
Dorothy Brown needs to go back to the city of Chicago. Dorothy Brown is bringing Dorothy Brown tactics out here in the village.
A spokesperson for Henyard says the mayor has no comment about the calls for her resignation and no intentions on dumping the registered child offender from the village payroll. In Dolton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Oh yeah, that is Lavell Redmond. Lavell Redmond is a registered, you got it, SEGS offender. But we were kind of wondering, how did these two become acquainted? Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? And then there is this picture of them together. Now, if you look at the picture of them together, it doesn't just look like a picture of just like, hey, they're just holding the peace sign. Nope, you see them squinted eyes? That's the picture like, yeah, man, I'm clapping them cheeks all the time. Boy, the clapping sounds! And it kind of reminds you of what we were seeing with Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade. If you look at the both of them, yeah, it's a match made in hell. We all know. But when he got hired to pretty much go into people's houses and inspect, especially as an SEGS offender, folks didn't like it. But wait a minute, rewind. Uh-oh. When Tiffany Henyard's chief of staff found out about it, she did the best she could to cover it. This lady, who was the chief of staff, has some breaking information about the relationship between her and Mr. Redmond.
First and foremost, Lavell. The person that was arrested for the background of sexual offense. She told me that she didn't know. Keep in mind, I'm PR and I'm the chief of staff. I need to know the truth, because how can I help you if you don't tell me, of all people, the truth? She told me, she said, I didn't know he had a background. She said, I didn't know. I can't believe he did this to me. I didn't know he had a background, because I was watching the board meeting that day. And in that same board meeting, she added me on the agenda to vote me in as a contractor. Whole time, I work there. I'm at work. I'm on the clock. I am a W-2 employee, so why am I on the agenda? But whatever. And I noticed that she introduced the other people this same board meeting, the chief of staff who was quitting, and the media guy. And I'm like, but I'm here, I'm an employee. Why am I on the agenda to be voted on? But okay, this is interesting. Back to the person. I saw it come up in the comment section on YouTube, so the next day I pulled him and I pulled Tiffany in the office. I said, y'all got 48 hours before this place is swarmed with media. I need to know what happened. She said, I didn't know. He looked at her kind of funny, but he didn't open his mouth. Later, I found out not only she knew, she was his friend.
Oh yes, and I'm pretty sure we know what friend means, right? Boy, the clapping sounds. Oh yeah, bruh was clapping those cheeks so much that she was like, look, baby, I gotta give you a job because I can't be spending all the town's money on you. But rewind! But why did that even happen? Why is a lady like Tiffany Henyard, who's 37 and a single mom, well, why can't she get a man to take care of her? Well, see, let me say this. If she could, maybe she would not even be the mayor in the first place. But here's what we know. Tiffany Henyard is so vindictive, so evil, so mean, so cruel that no man with any options would put up with a lady like that. Let's go back to one of my favorite YouTube channels on here, Psych Hacks. Shout out to the guy. That's his YouTube channel there. He talks about these things in general. And when it comes to very rich men, this is what he says.
Ladies, if you disrespect your man in ways that you wouldn't disrespect your boss, you are functionally communicating that your professional relationship with your boss is more valuable to you than your intimate relationship with your man. And maybe for you it is. And the communication is appropriate, no problem. However, if it isn't, you should be aware that you may be communicating this message inadvertently. All right, so why is disrespecting men bad for women? We can approach the answer in two ways. In the first place, a man who has any self-worth whatsoever and who enjoys any kind of optionality in the sexual marketplace will not tolerate disrespect. You
see, wealthy guys, men who have worked all of their life to achieve something, would never put up with a woman like Tiffany Henyard. This is why Fani Willis, her first husband, was, well, let's play a game of Negro here, shall we? Was he a lawyer? Was he a doctor? C, a videographer? Or D, none of the above? Jeopardy music! Fani Willis's first husband was a part-time videographer. She met him literally outside of the place she was taking her law school exam. Want to know why Fani Willis could never get a lawyer to marry her? I think it's evident, her attitude. This is the reason why Lonnie Love can't get anybody, or the reason why Nicki Minaj can't get anybody. You see, a lot of ladies that are like Tiffany Henyard, that are maybe like power hungry, it's very difficult for them to get somebody to be like, well, I'm a lawyer and a doctor and I want to be, married to you. These Pookies and these Ray Rays, this is who they get, because you want to know why? They can control them, all right? And as soon as those guys start getting out of pocket, they kick them out. But stop the show. What even makes it worse is Tiffany Henyard had this guy around her own daughter. Can I get a ooh sound effect? That's right. While he's over there, do the clapping sounds. Clapping cheeks. Her daughter, who was young, who was also, his victims were young ladies, would also be at risk. He also, in the city of Dolton, was accused of violating his SEGX offender registration and is being held on a $10,000 bond at that time. When I say, oh my God, sound effect.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and by the way, this guy spent 24 years in prison for that particular assault. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy LC Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Ravell. We're out.